Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. It's about that time. Let's go take that walk and see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews Beer Reviews today. Today's beer comes from Treehouse Brewing, which usually means it is going to be a big treat. This is their Sap, and I reviewed this one a while back, guys. This comes from Greg. He picked this up. The note that he sent here says, Sap from Treehouse. He said, I reviewed this Treehouse staple a year and a half ago. It was review number 1945. I had it back then. He thought it was a little too heavy on the Chinook hops and tasted like drinking a pine tree. I was told they had reformulated it and cut back on the pine. This to me tastes much better than the way it was. I got this at the brand new brewery in Charlton, Massachusetts during their first full week. Note is still says brewed in Monson on the can. Hopefully they will fix that soon. Probably worth a re-review. And I kind of agree there. I'm pretty sure I found it very tasty. I like that big piney taste. I didn't go back and watch the video, so I don't remember what I gave the beer at the time. So we're going to do the 2017 reformulated Sap. And this is an American IPA coming in at 7%. Beer Advocate has it at 7.3. Untapped has it at 7.3 with 80 IBUs. So we're going to go with that. I didn't see it standing out on the can. Let's take a quick look here. On the can it says 7.0%. So 7.0, 7.3, somewhere in that vicinity. Big 16-ounce can, and looks like this can has been printed though. So they spent some money doing this instead of just doing a plain Jane silver can. So I hate to see these guys having these specialty cans printed up. For the amount they get, they're probably not spending a whole lot of money doing that. But I just assume them just put on a stick on a label and concentrate on putting a quality beer inside the package rather than spending their money on having these specialty cans, especially if the beer changes ABV from year to year. Especially since they reformulated it. So I don't know. Somewhere in that vicinity anyway. Says here on Untapped, originally brewed as a Christmas beer. This piney IPA brewed almost exclusively Chinook hops, so it was enjoyable. We decided to put it in a year-round rotation. With its golden yellow color, rich aroma, and drying body, it's hard to stop drinking this one. Sap is a deceptively soft beer, brimming with distinctive notes of grapefruit, mango, pine, and earthy spice, with waves of diverse flavors, or perhaps it's the most complex IPA. Result of our uncompromising dedication to fresh, progressive, delightful beer. We hope you enjoy it with laughter, good cheer, and the company of those you love. So, and on the bottom, if I can read it, it says this, on the bottom it says, New Brewery, 071917. Who dis? And so, 0719, today is the 8th of September, so 19, 4, 5, 6, that's about 7 weeks old in the can, guys. So that's all we need to talk about. Let's get it into the glass and see what we've got. Cuisine is curried in Thai, cheeses, peppery, Monterey, pepper jack, sharp, blue cheddar, your stronger cheeses, gorgonzola, limburger, meat, poultry, fish, shellfish, and salmon, and I will add grilled meat to that. Look, it's very carbonated. It's pouring a nice big head here. glass by the pint, Becker and I tumbler mug, side down. I'm using my favorite tulip glass, and it does seem to be a little on the overcarbonated side. I poured it very, very gently, and then we still got 2 or 3 fingers of head. Not recommended for extended cellaring. It's an IPA. Drink 'em fresh, guys. Yeah, we got a good 2 fingers of head on that pour. So it's a little heavy on the carbonation. Very unfiltered-ish looking. It's very cloudy. It looks like a juice bomb. I would say it's orange juice color, maybe orange juice and grapefruit combined. That's a little on the darker side that a glass of orange juice would be. So let's get a nose to it. And I'll have to agree, it doesn't have that super huge piney aroma. Actually, it's a little subdued all the way around, in my opinion. A little bit of grapefruit. Hints of some oranges and maybe some mango in there. Not getting a lot of pine or pineapple. So they have changed it. Yeah, it's not super piney like I remember it being. And like Greg said, he likes it a little better. He thought it was too piney the last time. It does smell very pleasant. So let's dive in and see what we got. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Greg. To me, they've toned it way down. Still a very pleasant beer, but from what I recall it being before, I think I like the other version better. And different strokes for different folks. I do like that big piney, grapefruity pineapple taste a lot of times, most of the time. This makes it a little easier drinking for the people like Greg who didn't like that big pine taste. But it seems to me it's lost some of the other stuff too. The grapefruit and the pineapple seem to be a little more subdued now too. A little easier drinking, a little bit smoother. It is an IPA. It does have the bitterness going on there with 80 IBUs. It's not for the faint of heart. Wouldn't be the first IPA that I would jump into. But the hops are a little subdued all the way around, in my opinion. Not just the pine. I think everything's a little subdued. So, see if I can get the rest of this in here. See if it changes the color any. It may pour. I may not be able to. It may recarbonate the head and pour a big monster head here. And I'm pouring down the side here, guys. But it is just a little on the heavy bit on the carbonation. And we're getting a little bit of sediment out of the bottom of it here. See some darker stuff come out of the very bottom. So some of it has settled in the bottom of the can. Some of that pulp, evidently. I don't see any floaties or anything going around in it or anything. But of course, it's hard to see when it's an unfiltered beer this cloudy. But just my opinion right now, cold out of the fridge, I think all the flavors are a little more subdued. Well, let me sip on it and see what I think of when I come back for the final chug. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. Nice icing is left on the glass. Excuse me. It's more subdued than it was from what I don't know, I got hiccups. From what I remember. It's more balanced now. But I like that big piney, grapefruity pineapple taste. So, I think I prefer the other brand, the other edition of this. It is more balanced, I will give it that. And it don't have that super up in your face pine, grapefruit, pineapple taste that I recall this one having. But it is more balanced. If you don't like that big up in your face pine, grapefruit, pineapple taste, this may be to your liking. I think Greg likes this one a little bit more than the previous edition. I'm on the other side of that fence, I believe. I like that big pine, grapefruity, pineapple taste. It's just me though. A lot of people don't. So this is more balanced. That's where I'm going to put it. Everything's a little bit more subdued, a little easier drinking, and for not having that big up in your face profile. But to each his own. Final joke. Still a very tasty beer, guys. It's very, very pleasant. I would buy this beer if I could get it here. But like I said, I think I would prefer the other edition other than the new one here. I like that big up in your face. Slapping you around. Oh, yeah. This is the new edition, reformulated Sap from Treehouse Brewing, 2017 edition. If you've had the new edition, let me know what you think of it, whether you feel like I do, or if you feel like Greg does, that he likes this one better than the previous version. And I think I like the previous version a little bit better. So, but I just still think it's an A beer, guys. I'm going to give it a 95 right down the middle. Over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate has it at 95 also. I agree with him 100% on this one. And over to Untapped. Untapped has it at 4.28. That is in their A category also. So it's unanimous. It's an A beer all around, guys. Like I said, I didn't go back and look at the video and look at what I gave it before. I may have gave this a 10 the last time. I'm not sure. So 95 is where I think it is because I like that big up in your face hop profile. So if you've had it, let me know what you think, guys. Until we meet again, let's go see what's in that fridge.